Hey, hey, hey! I hope you're having a marvelous Monday, and I hope you had a marvelous Mother's Day. Yes, it was Mother's Day weekend, all right? Not just a day, we get a weekend, all right? And it was great. I just relaxed. I fixed myself up a little bit, you gotta look good, and that was perfect. So I hope whatever you did, you enjoyed it. It's a blessing to be a mother, and moms, we do a lot. We do a whole lot. So, switching gears, okay, because it is Monday, we know we got to get back to it. And I have several hot leads for us. It's a great time to get hired, and hopefully, one of these leads works for y'all. So, I'm going to jump in right now. All right, so several hot leads. I'm going to hit the one too. The first company that I want to spotlight is Mutual of Omaha Mortgage. I shared this company for the first time a few weeks ago. And if you're familiar with Mutual of Omaha, that major insurance company, they have a division called Mutual of Omaha Mortgage that you definitely want to check out. And I have seen many mortgage related companies and leads over the years while sharing these, jobs. But one thing that I have noticed in general is a lot of times mortgage roles want you to have a background in the mortgage industry, and it's difficult to get your foot in the door remote. So I have an entry level, beginner friendly, remote opportunity that can help you get your foot in the door. And if you're interested, all you need to do is just scroll down and you'll see where it says join our team. We'll hit that button and then we'll hit this explore jobs button. And there are several, some are state specific, others are remote. I'm going to get into one right now. So jumping on in, this is for Mutual of Omaha Mortgage's intake specialist entry level mortgage job. So they let us know that this is a full service lending company offering both forward and reverse mortgage products, including a complete line of residential mortgage, refinancing, specialty, HECM loans, and they employ a knowledgeable staff of experienced loan officers with an operations team that is second to none. Now, they give us the details here and they let us know this is entry level. And so you're going to evaluate retail and wholesale reverse mortgage loan submissions for compliance and completeness. You're going to accurately input that important loan data into operational systems. So there's your data entry. You're going to order supplemental vendor products such as credit reports and flood certs. Utilize FHA connection to order case numbers, communicate file status with retail and wholesale clients, and work closely with processing and underwriting to establish productive and efficient workflows. So let's pause here for a second, because for the folks who are interested in non-phone work, this is a great opportunity. Now, I already hear you. You're like, but Delilah, they say you got to communicate the file status with retail and wholesale clients. Well, that could be via email, that could be via phone, and it's probably a combination of the two. And I'm always just keeping it real with y'all. I can't keep it any other way. When you're looking for a non-phone job, it's not the fact that you never ever use a phone, it's the fact that you're not in a call center environment. Literally every job requires some type of communication, and sometimes it's just easier to pick up the phone. When people are like, I gotta get out of this call center, they usually try and go the polar opposite and say, I don't ever want to talk on the phone ever again. So they start looking for this job that, doesn't really exist, and they're looking for something where they never have to talk to anybody, see anybody. They're just doing something on the keyboard. And I'm here to let you guys know that that is a very easy way to walk yourself into a scam. Every job requires communication. How you communicate, there's different channels: email, chat, phone, whatever. In this role and many others, what you want to see is the duties leaning toward, clerical. And then when it comes to communication, that's, one part, but that's not the whole thing. So this would be a non-phone based role. Your job isn't to be on the phone all day. Your job is to, get these wholesale and reverse mortgage loans submitted. And, if you talk to somebody, it might be 10% of your day. So I had to get on my soapbox there for a minute because I always am thinking this might be someone's first video of mine that they're coming across. And I know so many folks have had that same sentiment of I just can't talk on a phone ever again, like I'm burnt out. And, imagine if you took 5 calls a day versus 100. Wouldn't that be a big difference? Exactly. So I think this is a great opportunity for someone. You don't need mortgage industry experience. It's nice if you have it. You don't need to have been a loan processor. You don't need to know FHA. You don't need to know FHA connection knowledge. It's nice if you have it. It's nice if you got your bachelor's, but you don't have to have it. But what you do need is excellent computer skills for sure. You need to know how to type, and you also need to have strong customer service skills and be motivated to succeed in a competitive, time-sensitive industry. And I'll tell you, when you're processing anything like claims or mortgages or, something of that nature, time is of the essence. So I can almost guarantee you they're gonna want you to work within some type of metric. They want you to move pretty quickly. And if that's you and you want to, put your name in the hat, copy and paste that job description into the remote resume builder software. We have a brand new AI feature and we have so many templates. You can start off with one of our mini templates, go in and you'll see the button next to this preview button. I gotta update this video, but it's AI button. I've showed this multiple times now, and you just paste that job description in and it's gonna help you customize, and boom, you will have a resume ready to download. And you can try out for just $1 during our try before you buy trial. It's only $37 per month to make unlimited resumes and cover letters, and our AI is powered by Claude. Yeah, Claude, that top tier AI that is perfect and best for this type of task. Absolutely. And you don't have to have a Claude subscription and a software subscription. You get it with your remote resume builder subscription. So I would actually start off with maybe the administrative coordinator template. It's not a bad template to start off with. I would just, make it true to me, add in that job description and let the AI help you, and you'll be ready to apply. So now let's move it along. So moving along, the next company that I want to spotlight is called US Renal Care. And this company helps people who are living with kidney disease. And they have a lot of information that you can explore on their website. You can also go to their Glassdoor. And this is a very large company, 5,000 to 10,000 employees. And they've won a lot of awards. So that is great to see. Now to navigate to their careers, you just scroll down to the bottom and you'll see where it says learn more. We'll select that and we'll hit this big red button, the positions, and now we're able to see what they have available. I'm going to get into the lead. So jumping on in, this is for their executive assistant value-based care position. And so you're going to provide administrative and clerical support for the business development team, as well as other teams supporting business growth initiatives and strategies. So you're going to work collaboratively with key support personnel within the organization to meet company objectives, goals, and projects as needed, resolve day-to-day administrative and operational challenges, coordinate and maintain meetings, calendars, schedules, conferences, training sessions, special events, travel, invoicing, and expense reports as directed, and so on and so forth. So this is like your quintessential administrative coordinator position. You're wearing all the hats, you're crossing the T's, you're dotting your I's, and this is the type of work that a lot of y'all have done. So many of y'all have chatted with me and let me know like, hey, I've been that front office person or the assistant to so and so for my whole career. So you can take your talents to the house. And what they're looking for is someone who has an associate degree or equivalent work experience. It's really nice if you have a bachelor's, 3 years of experience in administrative support. You got to have great organizational and time management skills. You got to know Microsoft Office, like the back of your hand. And so they tell us the details, okay? Yeah, those are some really great details, okay? So they're looking for a superstar, and you're that superstar. And I absolutely would use the executive assistant template. When I read that, I was like, this is more on par of the executive assistant template. I know that we've got that administrative coordinator template, which would be great, but this executive assistant template really is the better fit. And then you can just go in and you can just copy and paste that job description and put it into the AI feature of the software, and it's going to help you tighten up that resume. So now let's move it along. So next up is a company called First Source, and I have shared First Source many times on my channel. It's been a while though. They have a great rating, and this is a huge company, 10,000 plus employees, and they are based out of India. So it is always reassuring to see such a large rating when it's a large company. That's awesome. Now to navigate to the careers, we can just go to the top, and where it says careers, we can select our location. This company hires internationally. I'm gonna click on United States because that's where I'm at. And then we can see what they have available. You can search from here. I'm gonna get into the lead. So jumping on in, this is for their medical claims data entry position. Y'all have been requesting data entry, and I love giving y'all data entry. That first role is a data entry role. They want you to do extra things, which is why the details are what they are. Now, not all data entry roles are created the same, and some are, very basic, just type. Others require a little bit more thought, like that first one. Now this one is kind of somewhere in the middle, but something that you always want to keep in mind is you're not gonna be laughing all the way to the bank with data entry jobs, if you get what I'm saying. It's not the most complex type of work. They may want you to move quickly and you might feel like that makes it difficult, but this is the type of work that, often gets outsourced overseas. So when you see one available statewide, you just got to understand it is what it is. And we see those details, So what are you doing? This role is for a non-standard medical and dental claims data entry position, involves manually inputting, reviewing, and correcting complex healthcare claim information into electronic systems, focusing on fields not covered by automated systems. This role will require handling nuanced information such as care received internationally, workers' compensation, detailed coding review, and high attention to detail combined with medical proficiency to calculate coinsurance, deductibles, negotiated fee schedules, and to reconcile payment discrepancies. I am almost willing to say that what they're saying here is, it already went through the robot and some stuff doesn't conform to the robot. So you're that person who's going to be making sure that everything is correct because the robot only understands so much. That's what it looks like to me. Now, to qualify, you need 1 year of healthcare claims experience, medical billing or coding, high accuracy and typing speed of 10,000 plus keystrokes per hour, strong ability to add, subtract, multiply, and divide rapidly and accurately, and ability to work in a fast-paced, high-volume environment. So those are the things that they're looking for. They give us more details here. So they do want you to have a background with, one of these three things: claims, medical billing, or coding, like medical coding. And if that is you, then I would put my best foot forward. And you could start off with, the data entry resume template, or if you have a background in medical coding or medical billing, you could use one of those. And I would just copy and paste that job description into the AI feature of the software, and it's going to help you customize. So now let's move on to the next hot lead. So moving along, the next company that I want to spotlight is a new to this channel company called Innova. And it says that they are providing access to fast, trustworthy credit through world-class analytics and technology. This company has a great rating. They are a large company and they are based out of Chicago, Illinois. Now, there are two leads that I want to share from them. And to navigate to their careers, we can just go to the top where it says working here and select careers. And then from here, we'll see what they have available. I'm going to get into the first of two. Now, jumping on in, this is for their net credit loan processing representative position. This particular position is only available in the following location. So it is a remote position, but you have to live in one of these states listed. So I know that's not everyone, but I wanted to share this because they let us know that you're going to handle a queue of loan applications, ensuring compliance with established quality standards for processing. You're going to receive inbound calls from customers regarding their loan application, initiate outbound calls to customers to verify details on their loan application, resolve customer issues, and keep customer accounts meticulously updated with accurate information. So I thought this was a good one. Even though you're talking on the phone, it's kind of like they're expecting your call because they're applying for a loan. So it's not like you're disturbing them. They definitely want to hear from you, and I think that makes a difference when you are talking on the phone to customers. So that's just my 2 cents. And they're looking for people who have a background in a call center, but it's not required. And they tell us the details here. Okay, I know not the greatest details, but it seems like a pretty straightforward job. It doesn't sound like anything crazy, at least from what they have here. So if you like this one, then I would put my best foot forward. And remember, you got to be in one of those states. And you could use either the customer service 1 or 2 resume template, go in, copy and paste that job description, and put it into the AI feature of the software, and you'll be on your merry way. So now let's move on to the next hot lead. So also from Innova is their CashNet USA customer service representative position. And this one is also available in a limited number of states. The details are the same and the requirements are also pretty much identical. And what you're going to do is you're going to respond to incoming customer calls, addressing their questions and providing service. You're going to manage and respond to all customer inquiries, deliver high quality support, uphold customer service standards, and keep customer accounts updated. So this one is more of like their call center position. The other one, you still are talking on the phone, but that one was a little bit more interesting to me, at least because, I can at least say I've worked with loans and loan applications and stuff, and that can kind of help me with the next role. But if you need you a job, you need you a job. And I would absolutely apply to both. And I would use that customer service 1 or 2 template. Again, I would just copy and paste that job description if I needed help, and the AI will help me customize. So now let's move on to the final hot lead. So last but certainly not least is another limited lead, but I wanted to share it as a bonus because I read y'all's comments and a lot of y'all are healthcare lovers. And this lead comes from a company called WakeMed. And this is another new to this channel company. And it says that with 3 hospitals, 8 emergency departments, dedicated children's services, 80 plus physician practices, and much more, we are the leading provider of health services in Wake County. So this is a healthcare hospital system, and that's great. And we can see, they have physical locations, a great rating, huge company. And I'm always pointing out that there are so many companies you've never heard of. I stumble upon them every single day, and they'll be huge companies. So please don't, get doom and gloom thinking no one's out here hiring. There are plenty of opportunities. You just gotta look. Now, to navigate to their careers, we'll just scroll down to the bottom and select careers. And then from here, we can leave it blank and hit that find jobs button. And this is how I like to then go on and customize my search. I'm gonna get into a lead right now. So jumping on in, this is for their patient finance representative position. And this is a short but sweet lead, okay? So they let us know that they are hiring in these locations and they're looking for a patient finance representative who will help patients seamlessly navigate complex billing, financial, and insurance workflows. You're going to accurately perform administrative duties, provide estimates, confirm insurance, secure authorizations, answer billing questions, and provide estimates and collect payment. And so, what they're looking for is just 1 year of healthcare experience and a high school diploma. It's nice if you have your associates. Now, this position really made me think about medical billers. And a lot of times when you're coming out of getting your certification for medical billing, you can't just go straight into a remote medical billing job because a lot of them will want you to have 1 to 2 years of experience. However, there are, some no experience friendly ones. I thought about my medical billers because you're getting billing experience and you can, put that on your resume and that can help you get like a more, traditional medical billing type role in the next year or two. So anyway, if this is something that you like and you're not a medical biller, but you've worked in healthcare something for a year, this one's for you. And I would put my best foot forward. And we've got so many healthcare templates. You could use, we've got the medical billing template if that's your background. We've got the healthcare call center template. That's a good one. We've got the general healthcare template. You can't go wrong. And if you need help customizing, you can just copy and paste that job description, put it into the AI feature of the software, and it's gonna hook you up. So try out the software. It's just $1 during our 7-day try before you buy trial. After that, it is only $37 per month, and it has Claude in the software. So Claude is handling these tasks, and I'm telling you, there's no better AI for this type of customization. So try it out. Link is in the description box. Next up on the resources list is Extra Leads Club. Save time and get results. Let us do the job hunting for you. All of the leads that I just shared today, they were featured in Extra Leads Club. We had 40 hot leads Monday through Friday. And I'm telling you, if you're looking for a job, consistency is key. There's a reason behind these resources. We didn't just make them because we thought it'd be fun. The first thing is having a flow of leads to apply to. If you're not applying, you can't get hired. So that's where Extra Leads Club comes in. And then, of course, you gotta put your best foot forward. And that's where the remote resume builder software with AI comes in. So you have lots of resources. Use them. Extra Leads Club is just $10 a month. Link is in the description box below. Another resource is my Amazon storefront. I get a tiny commission if you get anything from here. This is just to be helpful. If you need anything for your home office, Amazon's got great deals. And I'm always talking about the computers because that's the thing that tends to break the bank, but not with Amazon. You can get the whole hookup, okay, for under 200 buckaroos, and this will be just what you need, okay? So check out Amazon. They've got great deals. Also, my website, remoteworklife.co website still exists, and I have something on here called the Mega List of Jobs. This is an ever-growing list. Every time we share a company that I've never shared before, it gets added here, and you can even search it. So maybe you're into like billing or, something like that. We have companies tagged as offering billing. So I'm telling y'all, come here every time you're looking for a job, a company, whatever. We've got so many here. So make sure you bookmark the Mega List of Jobs. Check out my Amazon storefront. Join Extra Leads Club and get your application using the remote resume builder software, now new and improved with AI. So thank you all so much for watching. I truly hope this has been helpful, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.